Hi guys, I'm Shelley, welcome back to my channel and the Reading Rush book tag, which I believe is called the Racing to Read book tag. This was obviously thought up by the lovely Ariel and Raylene. I will leave links down to the original tag below. Well, shall we get going? The first question is warm up, a book that stretched your mind. And I'd have to go with Never Have Your Dog Stuffed by Alan Alda. Alan is an actor, best known for playing Hawkeye in MASH. How did I forget that? It's one of my favourite TV programmes ever. Also, he played Arnold Finnick in The West Wing. I'm not good at describing this book, but he has a very interesting mind and it pushes your mind to be in it for a while. Question 2, start line, a book that you never finished. After You by Jojo Moyes, which is the follow-up to Me Before You, the famous one that made a movie out of it. It was missing the sass. It was missing the thing that held Me Before You together. It was missing something. Question 3, Sprint, a book that you finish really quickly. I'm going to say the book I read last night because The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. I lay on my sofa for 6 hours and listened to it on audio. So good, so brilliant, sassy, fast, quick. I really needed that book. I really just needed something to take my mind off of life, and it did it, and it was brilliant. Marathon, what's your favourite longest read? I'm going to go with The Host by Stephanie Meyer, which is 620 pages long. Pretty big for me, and I stupidly usually decide to read this for the Reading Rush. Didn't this year, thought that one through. A really good look at humanity and how we treat outsiders and how we can change our minds. And if you don't go anywhere near it because Stephanie Meyer, because the Twilight series, please forget that. Imagine this was the first book she wrote. Finish line, a book you were proud to finish. 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. The amount of times I tried to read that book. I have been reading that book. It took over 10 years to read it because I'd read a bit and drop it. So then I'd have to go back to the start and try again. It follows a family through multiple generations, and so I got lost as to whose generation we were in because they kept the family name. So a lot of people were named after somebody, and you were just like, which one is this? I'm confused. Next question is gold medal, the best book you've ever read during a readathon. This is where I have to thank previous Shelley's brain for making different segments inside Goodreads and putting down what you read for each readathon. So I'm going with Call Me By Your Name by Andre Asserman, but for multiple different reasons. I have made a whole video of my love for this book. I read it for the Reading Rush 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I don't know what year I'm in. Last question, participation ribbon. That's not easy to say. Participation ribbon. An underrated book you wish got more attention. And that is The Common Reader by Alan Bennett. Now, Alan Bennett is a well-known author, so most of his books don't need bigging up. But I gotta say, this is one of the more unknown ones, I think. It's pretty short. It tells the story of basically a mobile library turns up at Buckingham Palace, and the Queen comes across it and starts reading and starts annoying everybody because she's always got a book with her and she's suddenly this big reader, and as a bibliophile it's nice to read about somebody who's into books, but then also it's the frigging Queen. It's sort of at this point historic because mobile libraries don't exist anymore. Then you have the Queen, you have Alan Bennett's kind of very English way of writing, and I really love it. That is the Racing to Read book tag. I will leave all the questions down below if you care to do it. I have recently set up a Ko-fi account, which I will also leave links to down below. So if you would like to support this channel and buy me a cup of coffee, because let's face it, I don't do any of this without being caffeinated. I hope you guys are good and enjoying the Reading Rush. There's a lot of reading happening and a lot of lying down, which I will go and do now. See you soon. Bye.